Hey Aries, welcome back to Intuitive Dreams 1111. I hope you are doing well. Apologies for the delay in getting a head start on these readings for the full moon in Sagittarius. I've been suffering from extreme sinus issues for probably about a month now, and I have been on a lot of medications, and I actually have to see an ENT this coming Friday. So equilibrium is really off. Things have been going really slow, so apologies, but here I am trying to get these messages out. And while some of them are short and sweet, I was at least hoping to just kind of get short and sweet messages. Yours is a little bit more in depth, and I will say it might be a little bit of a triggering reading. So please place parties where it fits to the situation. Only you will know. Yeah, so let's get into it. So this is going to be for the full moon in Sagittarius. This is the flower moon. So this symbolizes growth, discovery, and pursuit of truth. So the two tokens that came out on the moon mat for you, one was the Medal of Honor, which was actually in the reverse on home. The other one was the Open Book, which landed in between inner influence and home. So the Medal of Honor in reverse, so let me step back. The Medal of Honor in the upright would be some sort of recognition. In the reverse, it would be not, no recognition, right? So it's almost like this is telling me someone's recognizing that the home situation that they're in with their partner it's not really recognized as a loving, true home relationship, right? It's coming to light. The Open Book is about truth, speaking truth, knowing truth, and inner influence means that this is a situation that you can change and turn around yourself, right? There's nothing holding you back other than yourself. So this tells me that we've got somebody here that needs to be truthful with themselves about the fact that the home life that they have with their significant person is not really recognized as a true home, loving relationship is, I guess, where I'm getting at. So when I pulled cards for the Medal of Honor in reverse, we ended up with the Today card, the Intervention, and the Love Affair. So this tells me that this is something that is going to be happening. If it hasn't started already, it is going to be coming up very, very soon. This is going to be a reading for somebody having an eye-opener, literally real time is how I'm interpreting this. There's basically an intervention regarding this love affair within this home dynamic between a couple where there's it's some sort of partnership. So whether it's two people that are in a high level commitment, whether you're married, or it's just two people who are supposed to be in a high level commitment who are just living together. It's just a living arrangement kind of thing. When I clarified the intervention, we ended up with the Ace of Wands, the Two of Cups, and the Hermit. So this tells me that one of the parties, and that's why I'm saying place parties where it fits to the situation. This could be you, or this could be your person that has gained the willpower basically to take a closer look at this partnership that two people are in. with the Hermit, it's going in and, pulling away and getting enlightenment on what is this partnership that we have. And as we know, when you see something, you can't unsee it. And that's kind of what happens when you go in hermit mode. You start to see things that maybe you didn't see before. And you're starting to realize, what is this between me and my person? The love affair card, is also known as dirty little secret down low. Okay. So this tells me, when I did the clarification on this card, we ended up with the Devil, the Judgment, and the King of Cups. So this tells me that this love affair actually kind of had a little bit of a secret that maybe two people did not want to look at one point in time. That was toxic with the Devil. All right. So it's a toxic situation with Judgment coming in saying, okay, hello, wake up. There's, we need to have an aha moment here. There is something that's, a secret that is toxic about this relationship that two people need to wake up and see. When I clarified the King of Cups, we ended up with the Queen of Wands, the Two of Wands, and the Moon. So this tells me whoever the King of Cups is in this dynamic is stepping into their Queen of Wands mode. Whether it's masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter, because we have masculine and feminine energy coming out in different, it's like the masculine and feminine energy, kind of going in and out between two different people. So like I said, this could be a masculine who's stepping into their feminine energy, who's getting courageous, who's getting independent, who has possibly been the one that went into hermit mode to get enlightenment on what this dynamic was between two people. Whether that's you or your person, you place parties where it fits. But basically this person's, stepping into their independence, they're gaining their courage, and they're making legitimate steps to move forward, make the decision to take the first steps to stop living a lie with the moon. Okay, there's, clearly a lie that two people are living in this home, because now it's recognized as not being recognized as a home, right? It's some other situation that is starting to come to light. When I clarified the open book on the inner influence and home, we had Divine Feminine come out. We had Irreconcilable Differences, which is the divorce card or final, and the Racing, okay, with the running and avoiding. So this tells me that we have a feminine energy that is trying to avoid, a final ending, whether it's a divorce, a breakup, or just two people moving away from each other. Whatever the dynamic is for you and your person, it's a feminine that's clearly trying to avoid, okay, this definite ending. When I clarified, where do I want to start? Let's start with the Divine Feminine. So when I clarified the Divine Feminine here, we ended up with the Hierophant, the Eight of Cups, and the Four of Cups. So whoever is the feminine here in the situation, the feminine had already emotionally checked out, right? They were already disconnected from this particular situation, but they were still holding on because, you know, it's kind of like, it's like worrying about what outside friends and family will think if, you know, this completely ends and two people split from each other, right? Whether it's friends, family, just thinking of like, you know, society in a whole, whatever, you know, that means. Even though they were emotionally checked out, disconnected, they were still staying in this dynamic, okay? When I clarified the avoiding, we ended up with the Knight of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, and Death. So the feminine in this particular dynamic is basically slow rolling the end of this because there's something they're getting out of this. Now, even though they're emotionally checked out and disconnected, it's, you know, it's not like a happy, loving home. You know, they're there, but there's something they're getting out of this. Now, whether that is, you know, just basic stability or there's, you know, luxuries out of this, you know, financial luxuries, they're legitimately avoiding the ending because there's something they're getting out of this that has nothing to do with love or emotions, right? It's could be codependent emotions, but I do get a more of a feeling of it's the luxury, the lifestyle that somebody was used to and that what they were living. I wanted to know a little bit more about the Nine of Cups, right? Because it's like, okay, is it, you know, emotional codependency? Is it luxuries? You know, what is it? When I clarified, it was the Two of Swords. So it doesn't say much other than the fact that whoever this is that's avoiding the ending is legitimately blocking, like they don't want to deal with it. They just don't want it to end. They're getting something out of it, and they're blocking the decision to mentally come to grips with the fact, with, like I said, the open book is getting honest with yourself about, you know, internally what this home situation is. And this person doesn't want to mentally see it. Okay, so they, in their mind, want to block it out. When I clarified the irreconcilable differences, the divorce final card, you know, this is basically, you know, the ending, whether it is a marriage, high-level commitment, just two people living together, you know, whatever that dynamic is for you. We ended up with the Three of Swords on the side, the Star in reverse, and the Empress. So I think the person here recognizes that there's some pain, because obviously one person's not feeling like this is a home. This is not recognized as a home between two people. This is not like love. This is something else. And the reason, one of the reasons this person doesn't want the ending to happen is because they will feel lost without their Empress, okay? So an Empress is the most productive card in the deck, whether it's masculine or feminine. This is the feminine energy. So this could be the feminine energy of a masculine. It could very well be the feminine who is in strong feminine energy who is very abundant, who probably handles everything in the home, handles, all the bills, who, is the one who works, is a master manifester who can make anything happen, right? Whatever she touches, she's always got something going on, whether it's a masculine or feminine. They're productive, right? So that's why I was saying this might be somebody who's used to living a particular lifestyle that they just don't want to give up. They're okay that they don't have like the emotions in this, because their emotions were checked out, right? They were already disconnected emotionally. So that's why I'm leaning towards it's definitely more of somebody who doesn't want to give up their lifestyle, because an Empress, like I said, is abundant, right? They, probably make good money. Anything they touch turns to gold. They are constantly busy. They're always making things happen. And if this person was to lose their Empress, then they're going to have to, oh, shoot, you mean I got to get up off the couch? I was comfortable on the couch. I had my blankie on me. I had my drink next to me. I've got my snacks in my lap. I'm watching my shows. Wait a minute. No. You mean that means I have to get up off the couch. That means I have to go look for another place to live. That means I have to get my electric set up. I have to pay my own bills. I'm going to be responsible for paying them on time. I'm going to have to use my own money to go do whatever it is I want to do, whether it's go buying car parts or going to get their nails done. It's all on them, rather than having the luxury life of still continuing to do their 3D day-to-day things that they enjoy. And that would be a shakeup in this particular situation. The thing is that, judgment is coming in twice, because you've got the intervention and you've got the judgment card. So whether somebody likes this or not, one person is waking up to what this situation is and is getting into their independent mode and is legitimately making plans to get another place, set up their own electricity, and, just getting themselves independently set up so they can stop living a lie with someone who wasn't emotionally there anyway. All it was doing was putting more strain on the Empress. So if the Empress can handle everything on their own, then why do they need this other person to latch on? They're not getting any emotional support from them. They're not getting any love from them, because this person was ignoring it and checked out, emotionally walked away and arms crossed and was, blocked. I'm blocking you. All I want to do is sit on the couch, okay, with my snacks, my blankie. I'm comfortable. You've got everything else handled, okay? I like the comfort and luxury of my life. Well, that was not luxurious and comfortable for the other party, because they were doing everything. A Two of Cups is supposed to be a partnership. Two people pitch in. Two people love each other. Two people, tell each other they love each other. Two people go to work. Two people pay the bills. They sit down, and if one person's got a problem, the other person comes and helps them. It should be a team effort, filling each other's cups. And in this situation, somebody was not. So this is going to be a tough time for this full moon, because this is about discovery of the truth. This isn't going to be, discovery of two people growing in a connection. This is two people who have grown apart in a connection. One didn't want one to leave, and so that's why they were doing anything in their power to block the connection from this person going away. But somebody was done being in devil energy of living a lie. It was legitimately living a lie, while the other person's like, well, I mean, our friends, family, and society, they don't need to know it's a secret. It's between us. This is what we do, right? And the other person's like, no, I'm sorry. I've opened the book. I've read the pages out of this book. I know what this book is about. This book does me no good, right? I'm doing everything. So again, like I say, place parties where it fits to the situation. Only you will know. So this is going to be a tough moon because one person's waking up and they're making plans to kind of go off on their own because they're the empress in their own right anyway, so they can handle it. While one feels lost, I feel like the other person, because of the Three of Swords being on the side, even though there's pain and there's going to be separation, I feel like someone's going to be holding on because with the Two of Swords, they legitimately mentally want to block this out. They don't want to open up the book and read the truth. But I think that this is going to be a forced truth on somebody. So again, not the easiest message, but this will force somebody to go through transformation, because when you're not able to do status quo and you have to walk away from what you were used to, that forces somebody to transform, right? Because your current situation is ending. So if a current situation is ending, then that means a new situation has to begin. And that new situation would be the transformation of somebody actually having to get up off the couch, actually having to look for a new place to live, actually, getting their own cable turned on, their Wi-Fi, and going to the grocery store and stocking up their own refrigerator and making sure themselves are fed and washing their own blankie before they watch their show with their snacks on their lap, all that good stuff. So that is going to force somebody into a transformation, which somebody is legitimately trying to block. However, I don't think that's going to happen. Time will tell on this one. So tough message, I get it. But at the end of the day, whoever this person is that is trying to avoid letting go of their luxury lifestyle because they're comfortable, this is going to be this person's growth period. So this will, and you know what? One day down the road, you will look back, whether it's you or your person, take it as it resonates, they will eventually look back and realize that this was the best thing for them because they were pushed into their own growth pattern, right? Well, this Empress had to come to grips with the fact of, I gotta let this person go because I'm enabling them. And I'm not doing myself any good because I'm stressing myself out doing everything. Well, this person, I'm enabling them. And if something happened to the Empress, well, what would happen to this person, right? Because if I'm not teaching them to stand on their own 2 feet and do, if they want a specific, lifestyle, to go and get that lifestyle themselves, right? It's just teaching this person to grow because it's a toxic environment the way it is. 2 people are chained to each other for the wrong reasons right now. And so this is what's going to change. So let's pull a Moonology card and see what we get here. What do we have for Aries, please? Don't let your past hold you back. South Node. Yeah. So South Node is that's the sign of your past lives. So that's comfort zone. Just like I was saying, somebody was very comfortable with their lifestyle, very comfortable on the couch with their blankie and their snacks, right? I'm comfortable. Don't rock the boat. I'm good. The problem is that there's no growth, right? It's a toxic pattern. It's, you being stuck in past life energy that you're supposed to be transforming out of. You should be in your North Node energy, helping you to expand and grow and be your own person. So that's just it. Two people were stuck in South Node energy, which is comfort zone. And it's time to get out of that comfort zone and do something different. One thing that, we can always, count on is you're always going to have to pay taxes, and there's always going to be change, right? Just like somebody's always born every day, somebody passes every day. It's the cycle of life. And so there's always change. And so the best way to handle it is to always try and get out of your South Node and stay out of the comfort zone, so you can always be ready and prepared to handle what's ahead of you for your own growth, your own expansion. So getting out of the South Node, that's exactly what this is going to be about, for not just the one who likes their blankie and snacks and their luxuries in life, but it's also a change for this person because they've been used to catering to somebody. Now they're going to be on their own, and they're just going to be focusing on themselves. So it's kind of a two-way street for both people to learn different, their own, what am I trying to say? Their own lessons. I get, we all have our own lessons to learn, and we all do. So let's pull from here. Let's see what's in here. This is going to be the Message of Love Oracle deck. What do we have in here, please, for Aries? Unworthy. You're a better person than I am. I feel with this particular message, whoever recognized first that this was not recognized as a home, I think even though they were the Empress, right, they felt like they were not worthy. They were unworthy, right? Because there wasn't any emotion here. It was somebody being emotionally checked out. They didn't feel like they were worthy of any love, which is not true. That's a lesson this person needs to learn, is that they are worthy of love. Whether that's you or your person, you take that as it resonates. And now they need to go out on their own and feel worthy, because they are. They are worthy. We all are. We all get a little lost sometimes, that's all. And sometimes, the comfort zone, while we think it's good and dandy, it's really not. We all need to learn to deal with change and being uncomfortable at times. That's where we grow. Yeah, unappreciated. Somebody felt like they didn't care, you know? And that's because in to a degree they didn't. They cared about the tangible items in the relationship and what they could get out of the relationship rather than it being whether because they weren't showing any love. They were disconnected. They were just staying in it because they were comfortable. They're like, well, can't you be comfortable too? Here's a blankie, sit down next to me, and the Empress doesn't sit. The Empress is always doing something. So that wasn't going to work, right? So of course they were going to feel unappreciated for everything they were doing because they weren't really receiving any genuine love. So it's two people learning, their own separate lessons out of this situation. So I know it was a tough reading. We all get them from time to time. Don't think, it's just you. We all get it from time to time. I do hope this was helpful, and I do hope that this sheds light for anybody who's, going through this right now, who will be going through this. And just know that this is for your own growth. It's not to hurt you. It's tough love. That's all it is, because we should all have a happy home with somebody who loves us and appreciates us, not just for the fact that they can, help support a lifestyle that we're used to. So again, I hope this was helpful. Much love and light. I will talk to you soon.